Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ben10clem here, back with Ben10clem poll yet again. So I previously uploaded the Ben10clem poll week 15, and now we're going to be comparing the week 15 poll to the AP poll. So as you can see, this is my poll. I'm going to go and switch over screens for you. And here is what we got. So right now, if you guys look over on this side here, I'll move over to up here real quick so you guys can get a better view of things. So as you can see right here, this is the top 25 for the AP poll. Why can I zoom in? We can go ahead and zoom out a little more and out. But we should be good to check everything off here. There we go. So as you guys can see, we got the AP top 25 right here. So their number one is number 1 through 5. They have Oregon as 1. I have Oregon at 1. Texas at 2. I have Texas at 2. Penn State at 3. I have them at 3. 4, they have Notre Dame. I don't think they're 4. I have them at 5. And they have Georgia at 5. I think Tennessee is better than Georgia, even though they played. Georgia just, in my opinion, I'm not high on Georgia. Don't get me wrong, they're a good team, but they are very, very inconsistent. Notre Dame being top 4, I don't know. I'm also not super high on Notre Dame. Yeah, they're 11-1. They have a couple ranked wins on their belt, but the one loss is against an absolutely shit show of a team. Northern Illinois. Tennessee at 6. I mean, I can see it. Ohio State at 7. I have Ohio State at 7. SMU at 8. I don't have them at 8. I have them at 10. I see how that could be a little disrespectful, but Indiana at 9. I'm okay with that. I have Indiana at 8, and then Boise State at 9, and SMU at 10. So pretty much just put Indiana up 1, Boise State up 1, and then SMU down 2. That's how I would have it. Alabama at 11. I can understand why they're 11 because they did beat South Carolina. But it was a close game. I think South Carolina is a better team than Alabama right now. I have South Carolina at 11, Alabama at 12. Ole Miss at 13. I think Ole Miss is a little too low. I still think they're a pretty good team. We'll see. I mean, they don't play. They'll have a bowl game, but we don't know which bowl games are which yet. So, yeah. Then we have Arizona State at 12. I have Arizona State at 18, I think. Right? Or 16. I had them at 16. And I have Clemson and Miami. So I have Clemson at 14, Miami at 15. I did not drop Clemson far for their loss. I don't think they deserve to drop far compared to Miami. Definitely deserve to drop far. They played Syracuse, which is now 9-3. I mean, Clemson now has a shot to go to the playoffs. It's just going to be slim. I mean, we have to beat SMU to get in. If we don't, we don't get in. UNLV at 19. I have them at, I think I have them at 19. Yep. I have them at 19. Then, so they have Clemson at 18, which, I don't know how I feel about that. I think we'd beat BYU and Iowa State. I don't think BYU or Iowa State could beat Clemson, but I don't know. Especially BYU. BYU is way overrated. Clemson's at 18. I have them at 14, so they're 4 down in the AP poll. Then UNLV at 19. I agree with that. Colorado at 20. I agree with that. Illinois should not be ranked. I'm sorry. I get it. They're in the Big Ten, but they should not be ranked. Missouri 22. I finally put them in at 24. Syracuse, I thought about putting them in. I didn't. Army still being ranked. I can see why. They're 10-1, but they're not a top 25 team. They're not. I get they're 10-1. They're not top 25 though. Memphis at 25, I think is disrespect. They beat Tulane at Tulane. I pretty much swapped them with Tulane. I bumped them up. I already had them in my top 25. The AP committee and the committee did not. I have them at 18 now. I have them above UNLV. I think they are. I think Memphis is a good team. I was wrong about Tulane. I still have Tulane in the top 25. I have them directly at 25. And not having Texas A&M in the top 25 is a little weird to me. I still think they should be in. And Louisiana only has gotten 5 votes. But in the coaches poll they have 11. I think they should be a top 25 team. They're doing really good. The 2 teams they have dropped out is Tulane and Texas A&M. The 1 team I thought about dropping out was Tulane. Texas A&M, I did not think about dropping out at all. I don't think they deserve to drop out. They played a good game against Texas. But, yeah. And then if we look at the coaches poll, we can slide this over. Let's find it here. And slide it over. We got this now, this side. The college. I like this ranking a little more. I wouldn't put Ohio State below SMU, though. Indiana at 19. Or at 9. I'm fine with that. Boise State at 10. Makes sense. Alabama at 11. Yeah, Arizona State should be below Alabama. And Ole Miss should be higher. Miami, after their loss to Syracuse, it's just like, damn. Clemson also lost, which sucks, but they still have a chance thanks to Syracuse, I guess. So I guess realistically, Syracuse should technically be in the top 25. They're a 9-3 team. But yeah, this is, pretty similar on how I have things. I just don't have as high regards for Georgia as they do. Yes, they're 1 higher in the AP and the coaches poll, but I don't have them nearly as high as I don't hold them as in high regard as others. So, but what I'm gonna show you guys is the standings here. We're gonna go and hide my image here. You guys are gonna see if it will load anytime soon. You guys are going to get to see the matchups for the bowl games. There's a couple bowl games that are going to be very interesting. But here you guys go. You guys can view this again. Like, I have Oregon, Texas, Penn State, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Georgia, Ohio State, Indiana, Boise State, SMU, South Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss, Clemson, Miami, Arizona State, Iowa State, Memphis, UNLV, Colorado, Raging Cajuns, BYU, Texas A&M, Missouri, and Tulane. The one team that dropped out was Kansas State. Anyways, we can go ahead and go to schedule. That's what I wanted to do, not anything else. So we're gonna. I'm gonna show you guys the schedule real quick. Show you guys the conference championships. So yeah. So we got this conference championship. What division are they in? I don't remember. That's sad. Let me open up on another page. I'm pretty sure it's the Conference USA. So Conference USA, it's Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's favored by 3.5. Then the MAC championship, UNLV versus Boise State. That's going to be a good game. Boise State's only favored by 3.5. Tulane versus Army. The issue with these games is the people that are higher ranked in the division get to host. So like Jacksonville State hosts, Boise State gets to play at home, Army gets to play at home, but Tulane's favored by 4 points, which I agree with. And then Saturday, December 7th, we have Iowa State versus Arizona State. That's going to be one hell of a game. These are all played in actual like NFL stadiums or different stadiums. They're not like the home stadiums. So we got Iowa State versus Arizona State. It's a 2.5 favorite for Arizona State, which makes sense. I agree with. Ohio versus Miami in the, is that conference or is that, it's not MAC, that's the Mid-American Conference. Yeah, it's MAC. MAC, yeah. So the MAC Conference is Ohio versus Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is favored by 2.5. Georgia and Texas. They changed it again. As my previous back video, it was 1.5 point favorites for Texas. Now it's 2.5 point favorites in favor of Texas. I do think Texas is at a disadvantage because it is played in Atlanta, Georgia. That's going to be a big disadvantage. It's pretty much just home territory for Georgia. There's going to be so much more Georgia fans than there is Texas there. So that's going to be one hard thing. And, I mean, Georgia already beat Texas at Texas. So, I mean, but if Georgia plays like they did against Georgia Tech, they don't stand a chance against Texas. Anyways, Marshall, Louisiana. And this one is also not at home. It's just not at a stadium. So this one's played at Louisiana, Cajun Field. Louisiana's favored by 5 points, which is surprising to me. I don't think Marshall's really got a high chance there. They're 9-3. They're first in the Sun Belt East. They're 7-1 in the conference, 9-3. Louisiana is 7-1 in the conference, 10-2. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they lost to Ohio State, Virginia Tech, Georgia Southern. Makes sense. I mean, they have some good quality wins, like against. I'd say James Madison is their good quality win. That's probably their. Like, they lost to Georgia Southern, so that's not a good win. App State's not a quality win. Western Michigan's not a quality win. They really don't have a good quality win compared to Louisiana. I think they have a. They beat Wake. They beat Troy, which isn't quality, but in Monroe they beat. They had a very close game against Tulane. That says something. So I mean, they both don't have super quality wins, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how things play out. They lost to South Alabama, so that's definitely not good. But 2 losses, understandable 2 losses. But yeah. Then you got the Big Ten Championship, which is wild. This one's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be really good. Penn State versus Oregon. It's played in Indianapolis, the Colts Stadium. Oregon is 3.5-point favorites. So yeah. The ACC Championship is Clemson versus SMU. Wow, okay, this changed as well. Because previously, last night, how I said what the line, aka the spread, was Clemson favored 1.5. It's now SMU is favored by 2.5. So Clemson is going in as underdogs in this game. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know. Hoping Clemson can win that out as a Clemson fan, but it's going to be a tough battle. But if we win, we get a bye, which is insane. So we make it to the playoffs, but we lose, we're out. Doesn't matter. So it's all or nothing. And I think that game's going to be really good. It's going to promise really good. It's going to be played in the Panther Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, I mean, that's everything we've gone over today is everything we've done and gone over. I think it's pretty good. I mean, there's the poll again for you guys to see. I mean, let me know what y'all think and what poll you guys agree with more, but I think my poll's a little better. Maybe a little biased. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you for the continued support. Keep in mind, I will be streaming every day on Twitch for a month, as long as I can at least. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will post a bracket once the conference championships are over and one more bowl. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out. Peace.